Hello everybody, it's Parker Buzzing here. I haven't done a video in a while and I'm trying out the Share Factory, so here's my commentary on a game that's been out for a little bit and I've been playing for a little bit called NidHogg. This is my fastest single player game playthrough at 12 minutes, not the fastest ever. The fastest ever is around 6 minutes, which is like a 30-second average. That's pretty hard to do. I don't have any split screen or multiplayer online gameplay, sadly. Besides, you wouldn't be able to hear them anyway, because I only have one microphone, so it wouldn't have been as fun. It's a really simple game. It's $15, definitely worth that price. I would buy it for $20 to $30. I think I got it on sale for like $5. I was really happy. It's on PlayStation 4 and PC. I don't know if it's on any other PlayStation devices. I don't know if it's on Xbox. If it's ever free on PlayStation, I definitely recommend getting it. It's less than a gigabyte, so it won't take up space. So the gameplay, the controls are very simple. It's the left analog stick for all of your movement except for jump, and then you have one button for jump and one button for attack. There's single player, like I said. This is single player. You have 12 enemies. You just play through them. They get progressively harder, and they all have different play styles on 4 different maps that it cycles through in order of, I think, shortest to longest, or like least famous to most famous. It's just an order that it came up with. There's no glitches single player. It runs perfectly fine, nice and smooth. There's no bugs, there's no visual errors. I got a visual error like the first time I ever opened it. Just closed the application, reopened it, never had one since then. So the average time it took me to get into this game was it's kind of funky controls. I got used to it in about 5 minutes to actually play and be able to do something. And I beat my first single player campaign, if you would, in about 30 minutes of having the game. For me to get as good as I am now, which is pretty decent, I win most of my online matches, I win most of my split screen matches, I do pretty good in single player. It took me about 2 days to get to this, of just playing it. Nothing really to talk about single player, other than looks great. I love the art style, the blood's great, it runs fine. Split screen multiplayer, no bugs, no glitches, no lag. All you gotta do is give a controller to a second person, and split screen multiplayer is great. There's also a tournament split screen, which is just it sets up a bracket for up to 8 players. Just pass around the controller. It gives everybody its own, everybody their own color, and then you can decide like what's going on, who's what color, and you go to be the first person. And with split screen, which is tournament or just 1v1, you have variants which change up the gameplay. You have like low gravity, which makes you float around, turbo mode, which you're way faster, no throws where you can't throw your swords, no swords where you don't have swords, spine swords to where when you knock somebody to the ground and rip their heart out, you also rip their spine out and use that as a sword. Great features. For the variants, I recommend staying away from turbo mode, slow mode, and baby and skippy mode. Those are all really bad variants. They pretty much just make the game worse. All the other ones I recommend messing around with. And so I could set a time limit to these, single player, multiplayer, and split screen. And when the time limit ends, which I think it ranges from 3 to 10 minutes, so you can make a time limit, it goes to a sudden death. The sudden death is different per level. It has its own unique little area that you just fight first person to kill the other person wins, obviously. Those are really fun, because what happens is, more often than not, just a silly mistake. Like somebody throws a sword at you and you forget to put your sword up, so it just instantly nails you and you die. So it's like, ah, darn. Online multiplayer, sometimes there's a little bit of lag, like input lag, where the other person will see something a little bit later, so they think they killed you, but you actually got to them already. That's very rare. That's only if the other person has really bad internet. If you want to share play, the feature on PS4 works great on this. It's not that big of a game. As long as they both have decent internet, you'll be able to run it fine. Sadly, there's no variants for online multiplayer. I don't know why they haven't done that. Just came out with the PS4 version also. All the host of the multiplayer gets to choose is what map you're playing on. That's it. Not what color you are, nothing. You can't choose that except for tournaments. For trophies, I am 2 trophies away from platinum this, and I don't think I'm ever going to platinum it. One of them is win 100 online multiplayer matches. People that buy this, I don't know, I always say there's like 10,000 plus people that own this game, but none of them play online. They either play split screen or single player, going for that best time. So playing with your friends counts for that, but I would never be able to play 100 matches and win all of them like in a decent time frame without farming it. And the other one is win all single player matches, so all 12 of them in a row, without losing the go. So what happens is when you kill someone, you get the go, and you keep going to your direction until you get to the final screen. You win the final screen, you win the match. And so you want to do this in single player, which means you have to kill each person once or more times and never die. Don't commit suicide, never die. Suicide is the little thing that happens in a couple matches. There's little pits in some of them. There's like in the clouds arena, there's little thin clouds that like dissipate and you fall through if you stand on it for too long. Going over the maps, I think that was just wilds. I'm not sure. So next, this is going to be mines. Yes. I don't think that was wilds, actually. This is mines. The good example of the differentiating people is this is the green character. The green character is really aggressive, disarms you, stabs you in the face a lot. The mines level is the shortest of the 4 levels. Ignore my squeaky chair. Has a couple suicide options, has conveyor belts that like push you in certain directions. It's a very interesting short map. In these areas, the thin areas, you can't throw your sword, so you're really restricted to movement. It's basically the first person to disarm the other or stab the other wins these little hallways. I think he's going to disarm me right now and get a kill. Yeah. And then I'm going to respawn. I think he kills me again. Yeah. And he's going to get through right now, I think. Oh, or not. It's a great game for $15. I definitely recommend it. I'm just kind of waiting for the next match. See, this is one of my longer matches. On average, I'd say I have 30 to 50 second long matches. I think this one's going to last about, I don't know, probably a minute 30 to minute 50 if I remember correctly. My fastest match ever was on this map because it's the shortest map and it was 16 seconds. I have that recorded on my Facebook. It's kind of ridiculous. I think it's on YouTube too. And what happens is when you get to the end, you get sacrificed to the NidHogg. That's why it's called that, which is basically a unicorn worm that swallows you whole. Oh, that was only a minute 20 seconds, basically, so, that's kind of a long match, kind of not. I have a lot of those, and I also have a lot of really short matches, and that's why I get an average of, I think, 12:31 or 12:01. It's my fastest single player run through, as I've said before. If that was mines, the next map is going to be clouds. I don't want to be wrong and then start like describing the map beforehand, so it should start soon. No, it's clouds, yeah, and clouds is a very bright, flashy map. It's kind of disorientating, a lot of suicide options with the disappearing things. It's one of the longer maps too. I want to say it's the second longest. There's rainbows and stuff. Yeah, here it is. It's clouds. A fun challenge for clouds is, since it starts on an area where you commit suicide, try and get the NPC to commit suicide and then never kill them. So in turn, you're winning the entire area without killing the NPC once. It's kind of a hard thing to do. Basically, just let the NPC commit suicide if they kill you. It's a fun challenge. I don't think I've been able to do it yet, but whatever. As for the trophy of not losing go, I've tried so many times. You get to like the 4th character and just die, and it really pisses you off because you feel like you're super, super close. This next map is, I believe, Wilds. Wilds is my favorite map. It's the one of the longest ones. It's got interesting features to it. It's got these pits for suicide. It's got a couple of those. It's got a couple stages up top that you can jump on. It's got a lot of areas. It's got this tall grass that's really hard to see through. If you crouch and walk through, you don't really notice. You can't see the other person. And excuse me, this is a kind of a fast match, I think. If I aim right here, there's that little glass above the door. I love breaking through it. I do it every single time. I don't know why I did that time. I think this is like a 26 second run, maybe 24. It was pretty fast at 24. I thoroughly enjoy that map. This is the final quote-unquote map. It's the last of the 4, or last of the standard 8 characters. It's a castle. It's a castle, in case I wasn't clear. It's very interesting. It's got some suicide options. Flashy, fiery background when you get to the final screen. The final screen is kind of intense because it's just straight away. Interesting up and downs, like right here. Like more often than not, if you stand in the middle and you don't kill that guy, he'll usually just jump kick you into one of the holes. It counts as his kill, so it gets to go. See, there's the fiery background. For instance, I do better than I think I do, or like the length is hard to tell. Like right there, I felt like I was gonna have it, but I didn't. I just got stabbed in the back by him. And it's like, you feel like you did it in about 30 seconds, and then it was like a minute, because you're just so in tune with the game that you just don't see it coming. Now here's the first of the flashy four. The, the last four, they're pretty interesting. They're rainbows. They're the final flashy four is what I call them. And they're not the hardest. They don't have a unique gameplay. They don't have a unique style, so I don't really know what's up with them. I'm just like caught watching it. It's a fun game to watch. I recommend it greatly, especially if you have friends over a lot, or if you have family that plays games because you'd split screen with them. I'm having a couple buddies over. I'm just gonna be like, turn this on and hopefully do an 8-player tournament. That'll be fun. I might record some of it. I might record all of it. And we'll have some laughs, hopefully. I would honestly, undoubtedly rate this game at least a 9 out of 10. I would probably say 10 out of 10 if you could add variance to online multiplayer, maybe add variance to single player, but have it not count to the length of things. And sadly, I'd say it has like a 10,000 plus strong player base, but nobody plays online. It's kind of underrated online multiplayer. Everybody's doing single player split screen, either playing with friends at their house or siblings, or trying to get that fastest time, which is pretty hard to do in my opinion. So other than that, it's got like zero downfalls. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Every time I play it, I have fun. I recommend it. $15, buy it. It's on sale, buy it. If it's free, download it instantly, do it. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna let you guys go and watch the last 2 minutes of my gameplay. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Yeah, sorry I haven't been on YouTube a little while. I decided to do this. Parker, signing out.